So now if I get flagged for this, it means Google knows all the songs. YouTube knows all the songs. Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think of that? Whatever you enter is your name. Whatever anybody has entered their name into a computer, online, there's a very good chance, even emails, especially public companies, if your name is anywhere in a public company and you get an email or you send an email from your email address, okay, somehow there is a coded place in that email. It'll know where it comes from. And generally, if it's your email and you're acting legally, you're not hiding your name. You're not hiding your name. You're not an avatar. You don't want to come out there and go, listen, guys, we're running Walt Disney Corporation, but don't call me by my real name. Others say, oh my God, you've got the name. Bernie Sanders, you got the name. Joe Biden, you got the name. What are you bidding on? Everybody coming on, Joe Biden. Oh, I trumped you. I got the card. Oh, don't worry, Obama. You can find him in a bush. I don't know. Where's Clinton in? What inn is he in? Is he in a hotel room with Monica Lewinsky? George Washington. What other presidents? We have Grover Cleveland hanging on a flagpole. We have Mr. McKinley must be in the mountain tops. Who's going to be our next president? Let's go over the presidents' names. So let's do it. Let's do it. We've got George Washington, Adam and Eve, John, Jack, Adam and Eve, Tom, Mass, Christmas, Jeff, Jeff is my son, Efferson, effervescence, James, aim to love, the goal of, Mad is the I son, the time is 1809, birth 1817 from the gateway in Mars, Thomas Jefferson, oh my God, I like that one. 99 Jupiter to 91 the spirit of Jupiter. John Adams comes in and we have 1797 through the gateway creation. 63 9 by 7. 42 9 lives of the cat. Remember, the 6 can be flipped upside down, and I sometimes like to say that the L is actually a little bit off because it's turned, and because it's turned you end up seeing it on this angle. If I take a picture of something, you see my camera? If I take a picture of something and my phone's a little bit like this, on a letter, you will end up showing the letters and numbers in a different context. Can I say that way? Then you have, let me see, is this too much light on my phone? We have James Monroe, James, John, Andrew Adams, Monroe Matterson. We have G and we have W, 723 through the gateway of beta creation. I want to fix my light here for a second. So now we have John Adams, 10-1. I'm just going to use the first letter, the capital in the letter. Like the capital in your name becomes a business, so the capital in each letter is your business. Each one of these names telling a story, each one of their presidencies, and mistakes sometimes don't matter. ABC, Jehovah came to my door. Did I tell you that quick story about the Jehovah coming to my door? Wow, they said about my apartment. Look at it. I go, yes. And I knew right away they were Jehovah. They said, can we ask you a question? I go, go ahead. They said something, I don't remember what the question was, but do you believe that God will make earth perfect for man to live on? And I go, well, that's what I'm doing. That's my project. That's my belief. This whole apartment is built on what God told us. The beautiful, we're here. When death comes upon you, I told him, like, I'm a little bit out of the realm from where I was, but do you believe it'll be eternal on earth? Oh, it was written in a book. I goes, yeah, it was written in a book. Who wrote it? Oh, a human wrote it. So the human wrote it to what he thought he heard from God, or did God write the actual book? Do you have those books? No, a human had to rewrite it. How do you know he wrote the words the way God wrote the words and they spoke the same language? Oh, they did speak the same language? Did they both have the same understanding? You're telling me it was a pipeline. Man was a direct pipeline from God, and it was, but then it got written and rewritten the second time. The first time or the second time, or if you have 20 people in the room rewriting something, Okay, without checking errors. Without checking errors, when you're writing things in stone means concrete forever. Sometimes you don't check for errors. Some people do, some people don't. But apparently 9 people, right, wrote the same way. John, all the disciples, they all wrote sort of the same thing, or did they write the same thing? So whatever it was, I told them it's all in the math. She says, you don't believe that life is eternal and God will make us forever and ever? What do you think? Well, God wants it to be boring? You think that we can't have a decision? I mean, if it was for all of us who weren't scared of death, we'd all say, kill us right now and bring us somewhere else. We're tired of this place. I'm quite sure a couple of people would do it. I think they call that suicide, right? I want to live this thing out to the end. Till I crash and say, oh my God, I can't believe this is the last day. Take care, guys. I'll be on the other side. I wasn't here to start with. I came into this world. My mother, she got pregnant with my father. I chose them to be my parents. Did they choose me? Were we up in heaven saying, hey, Lionel Harvey, I want to be your child. And they were already down here, so I had to make a choice. Where did I want to choose? Was I going to come out to be an English person? Hey, my name's Ronald. And Ma, I know what name you want to call me. Please don't call me that name, because then I'm going to have to act that character. I become that character. We spoke about in the last video, just to break it up, is this design over here, Rolfston, is this design over here, becomes the chevron, 8, 11, 10, 13, 26, 29, 28, 31, 28, 31, 26, oh, here, it's right here, 28, 31, 26, 29, 1482, 1482. So in your 13, the B letter, 13th letter M, BM, you get the K, the 11th letter of IB. I am by, I am part of. I am in the house of the Spirit, but 13, I come with a teen. I am not 18, 19, or 20. Sorry, I'm not 17, 18, or 19. I am not 50 for the Son. 17, 18. I am 13, 14, 15, or 12, 13, 14. I'm 12, 13, 14. 2 times 3 times 4, 24, 2, 3, 4, 9. I am 9, 6 in rotation. I am 13 of 6 plus 7. I am 13, 8 plus 5. I am 13, 9 plus 4. I am 13. I am 29 because of my closest neighbors, 15 and 14. The beginning of pi starts with 29. 14 and 15, 6 and 5, 11. Then I become 6 and 5, 11. 3.1415, 9265. To create and separate the day and the night. From all the numbers and the revelations of the evaluation of the rapture to reveal the veil, the calf. The Latin, the lotion, to make it, how hard, how long. Latin, ions, how hard, 2 and 2 hard, 5 and 5, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, because if you're playing the hard ways, you're playing the game of craps. Yo comes 7, 11, 15, 25. Yo, the 2 letters create Mars and Earth through Mercury and the sun's 2 moons. 33, creation of Jesus for the saints of area space. 22 for life, over to the freedom of 55. Each one of these have odds, and 66 we split the gateway of creation to the house of 11, 1 and 2. 1 is not in the game when you play 2 dice. 1 is on one side of the cube. Here is your R letter. When we have 2 R's, we create this. If we create the the E letter, it only comes out to the center over here. One little line. Unless we create the E this way. I don't want to get into that right now, right? The way maybe these 2 parts of the D stick out, come together, create a square, and then you find the fine line center of the square, and that's why the E has 2 arms that are longer. 7 by 3, 21. Let's begin. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is the same thing as saying 7 times 3. 2 and 1 equals 3 and 2. 3 and 2 equals 6 and 5. 6 and 5 equals 30 and 11. Or 3 and 2 again. Or the total of 41, 1 and 4 creates your 5, or the minus creates your 19 spirit birth inside the DNA of the sun. Are there any numbers we haven't counted over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The cube has been created. It all started with number 7. We do not have number 8. So where does 8 finally show up? It shows up over here in the church. 60 seconds to 22 a life, we now have this. Unless we add these all up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. And 5 is 19, is 49, 59, 60. 60, and obviously the same numbers. That's 60. So that's your 2 minutes on the clock. The 2 worlds we have to live in. Connecting addition to multiplication. Raphael, did I say that right? Did I leave out the dog and the cat? 26 and 24th letter on the keyboard. The 1 and 3rd letter reverse. Or from 8, it is 2 to a perfect world. And from 6, it is 4. It is 2 and 4. Or it is 4 and 2. Minus becomes 4. Minus becomes 2. 2 and 6 is 8. To bring it to the 10 world, add 2. 2 and 4 is 6. To bring it to the 10 world, add 4. Black. In dog, all the letters are black. Cat, CA is red, make that 4, and T is black. 20, the house, and 26. The pound key for the canine, because the canines live in the pound, or is it the cat that lives in the pound, and you call it the 9 lives of the cat canine? K9, 911, Y2K. Raphael, let's keep it short. Let's not talk about the move on, chevron. Forever on. Creation heaven. The divided creation. Now the question is, you see this fine line? Should I have put one of these over here? This one shows me I'm connecting, dividing 2 areas. If I take the center area and make an extra line, just give me a second. I'm going to take a center area and create an extra line. When I create that extra line, I have an area here space. See the diamond? I have an area here space folded, and I have an area here space. When I turn them this way, they become more rectangular, just like the numbers in roulette. This shows 3 areas. Because I divided it on each side and I gave it to the center, it'll now show 3 areas with a fold. Let's leave it at this. Let's leave it at that. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I think I'm on a roll. If creation is the way I think it is and the way a lot of people in my realm of science think it is, we are going to defeat the nation and bring billions of people online with the understanding of creation. Therefore, they will know the truth through their math, through the work they do, just knowing ABC Jackson 5. Thank you for watching this video. Jack in 5.